my goodness. The date is February the 5th. Man, we have made it through the first month of 2024, and you are here live on the Fifth Quarter Sports Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, how are y'all doing tonight? I'm your host, Mr. Kevlar. Treat 'em swell, and I always treat 'em well. Joined alongside me is the Kickstep King, Coach Abe, and the dastardly, dirty, dastardly, the daring, the dangerous, Mr. D. Oh, fellas. What it is, what it ain't. What did we miss?
Hey, man, we got a Super Bowl on the way. We got a press conference from the new Falcon head coach. Also, shouts out Black History Month. If we start off, Black History Month this evening, and this month. And hey, we here. Got to see LeBron play last time. Took mom and the kid down there to see LeBron play, and I must say, he looks old, ladies and gentlemen. He looks old. He looks old, and he's one of my favorite players, but he looks old.
Well, that's what happens when you've been in the league for 40 years.
So, yeah.
Yeah, man. But as far as what we missed, Kev, nothing, bro. It ain't been nothing going on. They actually played the Shrine Bowl the middle of last week and the Senior Bowl on Saturday. So I did get a chance to look at a little football. I'm not looking at no flag Pro Bowl. I'm not doing that. I'm never doing that. But did get to see some seniors out there, play their last collegiate game before, they go to the next level. Got to see some, good number of Georgia Bulldogs. The SEC was down there representing, though. But all in all, it was. I was disappointed that Penix practiced all week, but chose not to play in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I did all get injured, trying to get ready for the draft, but it just kind of defeats the purpose to me if you practiced all week and didn't play. But nevertheless, Kev's Gamecock won Senior Bowl MVP. Spencer Rattler. Shouts out to Spencer Rattler for that. Like I said, but it was a good showing for not a good showing, but just a showing for guys like Bo Nix and other seniors like McConkey who wanted to get out there and showcase their talents before the draft. So good Super Bowl this week. Back to some football. This is the last game, so when it's like this, I got to watch every commercial, every down, every timeout, every referee discussion, everything when it comes to the last football game of the season. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, hey, I know there won't be too many folks interested in this one, but football's over. That means the NASCAR season starts. And I bring this up to say, if you've never been to a race, I highly recommend it because it's a fucking time, to say the least. It's a time. Let me tell you, for those who like to drink, each person is allowed 2 14x14 soft-sided coolers to enter the race. Now, just to put it in perspective, I'm per person, and I'm what you call a professional cooler packer.
Cooler packer, you idiot.
I can fit a 24-pack in each one of those coolers.
24, so you go you stand them up and add ice. Okay. All right.
So you just, do the math on 4 hours of drink. Anyway, seeing them cars come by at 200 miles an hour. I'm looking forward to that. That is in, hey, D, you're going to find this funny. I'm going on the 18th, going to midget wrestling. Extreme midget wrestling. Can I say the word midget? Yeah, I had to ask the PR team. I can still say the word midget. I'm ready to see one of these dwarfs get put through a table, homie. And then the week after is Atlanta Motor Speedway, the Cup Series. So,
We got somebody coming on, but you know what? This might be worse than that raw stuff you went to. You know, you went to that heavy metal
The
concert
Russian
with all
heavy
these
metal
other,
band.
yeah, rah. And you're going to see little people wrestling. Because I'm gonna say little people.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Where is this taking place at the Roadhouse Grill or what you watching?
At a brewery downtown in Atlanta.
I'm through with it. Okay.
Shouts out to the Rolls at Texas Roadhouse too. Don't let the
Hey. Oh man. Well, folks, we got a short little video to watch before I introduce our guest tonight. Man, shout out to Mister for putting that together. That was a nice little video. I see what you're doing. That was good. I thought he was gonna be talking in the background or something, but you know, I'm okay with the camera flicker. But yes, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, as y'all saw, our guest that is coming on tonight has an extensive resume. And I'm gonna try to make sure I hit all the points, but forgive me if I do not. But Coach McGruder has worked in the education and coaching system for 30 years. That's a long time. My bad, D. Coached through many different sports. In 2012, he was at Metro Atlanta High School, where he coached the offensive line. Then he went to Washington High, offensive and defensive line in 2014. Did a stint down at Grady High School in 2016, Paulding High School in 2017, where he coached the D-line. And present day, you can find him at New Manchester High School as the defensive line coach. Whew, man, this man has been all around the world. And just to add, he has his bachelor's in science from Morris Brown College. Coming to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, Coach McGruder. Coach.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? Kev, I appreciate that awesome, wonderful introduction that you gave me. I'm definitely humbled to be on the show tonight to speak my piece. I'm grateful to be a part of such a successful podcast, and I'm ready to rock and roll. You know, I enjoy doing what I do. Been doing it for quite some time. Not just the nuances of the game, but just what it brings to the table. Like a lot of people don't realize, you know, the life skills that we give to the young men, you know, day in and day out. And that's part of the reason that I got into football, you know, myself. Just the love I had for my coaches, you know, and the enjoyment that I saw they got out of molding and mentoring me, you know, from a young man into a man. That's it.
Well said. Well, real quick, Coach, just, you know, kind of give us, I know I just read a lot about your employment history, but just kind of show us the side of you, man. Tell us some things about you.
Well, definitely on the weekends, man. I love being outside. You can definitely find me on a lake, a boat, fishing or something, or in the woods, hunting, or doing something outside. Definitely enjoy doing that. Like I said, man, I'm a student, always will be a student of the game. I like cultivating my craft. I go to different clinics throughout the year. I'm getting ready to go to Orlando next month and then down to UGA. So I'm constantly trying to learn and find new things that I like to do. one of the things I'm really most proud of, like you said, when I first started at KIP Collegiate High School in Atlanta, we actually started that football program. When I came on board, we were doing dual schedule, where half was varsity JV schedule and another half was varsity schedule, and be able to see that program to flourish and do what it actually did. And then, like you said, I've been, all over the world. Well, not really say all over the world, just from Metro Atlanta out to Paulding County, then to Douglasville, where I'm presently at now. And again, like I said, I just really enjoy, coaching football and what it gives. Like I have this saying around my house. My wife, she can't stand it. I say, football is life. And it really is, it has done so much, for me as a young man, growing up to be a man. And now that I'm a man, what the different lessons and things that it's taught me throughout the years.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Mr. D, man, I know you've been itching with these questions, man. So go ahead and kick us off here.
Well, I have to give Coach his flowers, man. This is a gentleman that met me at the age of 14. Coach, my memory is well. Over at Allen's Park, while we was going to play basketball over there, we used to harass Coach by giving us a ball to play. And as I went through high school, we kept up with each other. He actually did my Kev, I don't know if y'all had to do this, my community service for me to graduate from high school at the time. So Coach McGruder is the one, yes. But what he did, I used to work the clock for the Little League.
He put in that work now. Don't think he just was on paper now. He put that work in.
Every Saturday morning, Abe, I had to go over there and sit through Little League basketball games. Me, Clifton Gilstrap, and Ralph Edie. We did this every Saturday.
And truth be told, that was one of the reasons why I asked him to come coach with me when I had my Little League team.
Yeah, so he got me into coaching. One of the most proudest things that I ever did. He always told me, it's our job as men and coaches to try to get at least one kid out of 30, at least one, to make sure we see one will be successful. I think we did a good job with what we had to work with. And this is before this, what Coach Abe is in right now. And I kept something that Coach gave me. This is my first ever coaching trophy from Oakland City. So if anybody don't know, that's my coaching trophy. So I did coach, and this is 2000. 2000. We went 4-6 that year. I remember playing against the likes of Grove Park, Kennedy, and some of those mainstays, Abe, and it was something. And I was losing. This why it ain't here, Kia. It's gone. So that's my thing with Coach. But one of the questions, like I asked Coach, and I want to get back into it, being that you've been coaching at APS and some of the other surroundings and what you have, people that you put your hands on, what was one of the most challenging jobs that you took upon when you got into the high school level? And some of the players that you have developed that has went on to either coaching on the college or even pro level if you had it?
Well, I guess one of the most difficult things for me in Atlanta was just really having the support, the all-around support for the kids and the coaching staff. What people really don't realize is that, during the football season, we go from, now all the way till, November, December, if you're fortunate enough. And a lot of times, man, we're spending so much time, with the young athletes that we're spending, and we're taking away from our own families, to pour into these young men that we're coaching. And we don't get that equal love back from the community, back from some of the parents, back from the administration in the school. Just it's a lack thereof. It's not full circle for everybody that's being able to help out. With the young guys to be able pitch in and pull their weight. And like I tell D all the time, in order to have a championship, you got to have everybody clicking on all cylinders. If at any point y'all don't have everybody clicking on all cylinders, you're not gonna be successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
So being that we do, like I said, I have our resident battle war zone universal champion down here, Coach A. You know, he's won three straight national championships. They came up short this year, and he's traveled to Las Vegas, South Carolina, Miami, North Dakota. He's been everywhere with his team whooping team.
They even got football in North Dakota.
And this is a pleasure for me to have you two guys really intertwined on this level right here, being that you helped me when I was coaching to learn the game, and now with Abe showing me how these kids have progressed. Well, Coach, they throwing the ball around at 5 and 6 years old, where we couldn't get them to run the ball to the right. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of the main things I wanted to link you two guys up. I see, and Ed got a question down there. I don't know if you want to put it up or not for Coach right there. He said, I'm going to school to be a coach. I always am open for advice, and I'm glad to tune in. And, you know, what advice could you give him, Coach?
Like I said earlier, man, always be a student of the game, man. Be genuine. Always be genuine. If the student athletes understand that you really genuinely care about them, you know, that you're willing to go that 100 yards for them, man, they do anything for you. Because I was one of those players when I was in high school and college. If, you know, I knew my coach, he loved me, he cared about me, man, I'll run through a brick wall for him. And that's the same thing. You know, we always had this underlying debate, you know, a couple of coaches, you know, what is it that makes a coach so successful? Is it teaching fundamental skills, or is it actually getting the kids motivated to go out there and want to play on Friday night?
Hey, what's your input on that?
Man, it's all that, and then some too. And Coach being from Atlanta, and not just Atlanta.
Boy, hey man,
like
don't
real.
get me started with being from the A, man. Like I was telling somebody, but I'm so happy to be back in Atlanta, man. I don't even know what to tell you, dog. Y'all gonna give me crunk up in here now. I'm gonna tell
That's
you.
what we want. That's what we want.
So the biggest thing, man, and I saw you on some of the pictures with Coach Caldwell, who was actually my DB coach at Mays when I was there.
Love that guy, man.
Love that guy.
He coached me in college. He coached me in college, and he gave me my first coaching job.
Nice. Yeah, man, that was good people. But just speak on, like I said, you being from the inner city. I'm from the inner city. You know, I coached in, you know, have been coaching in Stone Mountain these past couple of years. But just speak on being relatable and getting, you know, helping the kids. You know, you gotta have the kids. Just speak on being relatable, Coach, because I know like that's a big part of it with the culture these days, with the kids, no matter if they're in little league or high school, you have to be relatable and at a certain point just cool, you know, with the kids too. Also teaching them X and O's, also getting on their ass when they messing up, but they don't understand that being relatable is one of the biggest components of coaching, especially coaching the young kids.
Man, you said a mouthful, man. Like I'm president now at Carver Steen over there at Carver, and I was in the weight room with him a couple of days ago, man. Just the atmosphere is totally different. And being from Atlanta, man, you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Man, I remember going out to Paulding County my first year out at Paulding, man. It was definitely a culture shock, you know, for me. Just, you know, how they handle things and how they carry certain things out, man. Like they didn't have that edge. And I caught myself dumbing my coaching style down, you know, to be able to accommodate to my surroundings, you know, where I was at. And I felt like that was a part that I needed to do to be able to help me grow as a coach, to be a well-rounded coach that I felt like I wanted to be, you know, during my coaching career. But man, being in the inner city, man, you know how we get it in the A, man. We don't play no games, man. We bust the heads around here, man. Like, you gonna get it. And I never forget, man, when I first started coaching, and it's a testament to the type of kids that we have today. I was trying to coach, man, a lot of them young guys, man, like how I was coached when I was coming up, man. And they can't handle it, man. You know, it's a totally different environment, you know, for the guy, but that essential skill and the rawness and the want to win is still there. It's us as coaches to be able to cultivate that, you know, and to get that out. Like I tell people all the time, you know, every year I'm always recrafting my coaching skills on, you know, whoever I'm coaching with or whatever, because I can't coach everybody the same way, you know. So you always, you know, reinventing yourself, you know, from year in to year out, you know.
Now, real quick, Coach, there was another question from one of the guys. Hang on. It just, you know, if you had to put a number on it, how many kids have you personally seen and sent into the league?
Man, you know, to be honest, none. I'm gonna say none. Like, I ain't gonna even go back and even think about it. Because for me, it's not about getting the kids in the league, man. It's about making good men and good fathers and good people in society. And that's why I do it. You know, I don't do it to coach kids up to go to the NFL to make millions of dollars. If they do it, it's good. That's great. But for me, when I was coming up, you know, I wasn't always on the right side of the track, man. And I really appreciate a lot of the coaches that I had, man, that poured into my life, man, and told me a lot of things. Like I tell people, I feel like I have a purpose for doing what I'm doing, because if at any time between the ages of 14 and 21, for me, like, y'all talking to a different Coach McGruder, man, like, for real. Like, I was just hard-headed, man, wouldn't listen, you know, and if at any point I would have listened, like, we talking to a different Coach McGruder. So, yeah, man, it's more to it to me than just getting young men, you know, to be able to go to the next level and play football. It's about, you know, teaching them understanding about life. Like, I go back to what I said, you know, football is life, you know. It teaches you ups and downs, you know, highs and lows, you know. It makes you a better person, I feel like, you know.
That was a good statement. That 14 to 21. Now I know you've got a couple of kids. When did you have your first kid? How old were you?
25.
Oh, okay. See, I'm under I've got one. I got another one on the way, and I'm under the impression that once you have kids, you're automatically 40. I said that a couple of weeks ago.
and don't let that first one be a little girl. You really in trouble.
First one was a boy, and I got the girl on the way.
Yeah, now your ass in trouble, Kel.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Beverly is on Coach Beverly is in here. Abe and Coach McGruder. They're going. Coach Beverly is in the chat.
Coach, what's happening?
What's going on, Coach?
Coach Beverly is in the chat. That's our Ashley, Kev. That's crazy. These are 3 former players under Coach Beverly. That's a tree right there.
Hey, real story. I gotta tell this story because to this day this shit pissed me off. I never forget it. Coach Beverly, you know, my defensive coach, I'm a starting nose guard at high school. My senior year, I got folks coming looking at me, you know.
Coach, hold on. What school
I gotta
is this?
tell it, man. Don't stop me.
Yeah.
Don't stop me.
No, what school, Coach? We need to know the school.
Turner High.
Turner High. Go ahead.
Yeah, 1989.
Go ahead.
I never forget it. I forgot who we were playing, but Coach, he said, McGruder, you ain't starting this Friday. I said, Coach, what you mean? He said, you not starting, McGruder. I said, Coach, what going on? Why you feel like you won't have me out there starting or whatever? I said, I'm a senior, Coach. He said, and then you should have saw the guy that he had in front of me, y'all. Like, it was just real disrespect. I said, Coach, what you want, Coach? What you want me to do, Coach? He said, I need you to get off the ball faster, and I need you to knock the goddamn center head off. I said, okay, Coach. Coach, what I do?
He said, don't listen to you. He said, don't look at the screen, Coach. He said, don't listen to you.
Coach said, don't listen to him.
He said, don't listen to him.
Don't know that shit. He know it. Hey, I still remember that, Coach.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
So you got up off that ball and knocked that center's head off, didn't you?
Hey, I ain't had no choice, man. That was my senior year, man. You should have seen what he had in front of me, man. That was embarrassment. That was embarrassment, Cole. How you try me like that, Cole?
Oh my goodness. I was told in Atlanta history that y'all had a whoop stick over there at Turner.
Man, you asked around, you know we did. You know we did.
And Coach just told me tonight on the phone, that back then, you remember we played at 7:30 all the time when we was in high school. He said they used to move the games when y'all start winning. So he said if y'all start winning, they will actually move y'all games to the 7:30 game.
Yeah, a couple times. Yeah, I seen you. They did. Yep, they sure
That's
did.
what Coach Beverly said.
They sure did. Did.
Well, hey, Coach, we had another question over here, kind of unrelated to you, I would guess, but in a way, you can speak on it. It says, "What's up with Mahomes' dad, though?"
I responded to that too after Coach responded. If
you was his dad, what would you do?
Man, I can't tell you. Go ahead. I'm gonna pass the mic.
Go ahead, Coach.
I mean, my son signed a contract, bro, for $500 million. Whether all of it guaranteed or not, bro. My son signed a contract for $500 million. I'm gonna give me a driver. I'm gonna still do what I do, but I'm not gonna be in the spotlight negatively, especially. You feel what I'm saying? It is a little slap on the wrist. You have done it before. They did say that, but just at the pinnacle your son is at, just stay out of the way. That's all I can say about it.
Well, expect like what's his brother's name? Jackson Mahomes. You see him in the news sometimes carrying on and acting like a fool, but I mean, shit.
I believe Pops went to prison or something for the same type of deal, but I'm just like with all of the history he got going on, my son signed the contract. I'm gonna say it again for $500 million. I'm gonna get me a driver. I'm gonna relax. I'm not gonna do anything that puts me or my son who signed for $500 million in harm's way. You see what I'm saying?
I ain't stressing that $500 million.
He tried to speak it into existence.
Alphabetly, and you out here getting DUI? That's crazy to me. That's why. That's
yeah, I know damn well he can afford Uber.
Yeah, Coach. What I'm going to ask, Coach? I had another question for you, Coach. And I'm trying to. Oh, the question was what Coach A does in the league that he coaches in, and the athletes. We gave A hell sometimes because those kids are playing almost 40 to 50 games a year. Have you had a kid come in out of the I want to say travel ball? What am I trying to get out here? Go ahead.
You can say travel ball. That's fine.
Travel football, and you got a kid coming in with all the fanfare and the hype. How have you had to deal with that being on some of the local park stars and coming into high school, and have you had to deal with the unruly parent and things of that nature? I know you have, but I want you to give your attest to it and how you had to deal with that, because we've been getting on Abe a little bit behind the scenes, and we talked to him, our other host that was on the show, about, hey, these kids ain't lost in 3 years, and they come to a team that's been 0-10, and how they going to adapt to that.
And Coach, before you say, I want to add this fact: the quarterback for Coach Abe's team, we just kind of ran the number 101. Won 100 games, lost 1, and just got that 1 loss this past year. So dealing with a kid that, like D said, has the fanfare, and of course that's going to come with an ego. The floor is yours.
That's me.
How you deal with just different students coming in, and some of them might have that ego, or they got the sideline coach as their parents.
Definitely. Like I said again, proof is in the pudding. And at the end of the day, like I tell my unit and my guys, man, like the product I put on the field is a representation of me, you know. So I'm not gonna put no bullshit on the field, you know. It's gonna be legit, and it's gonna be a representation of myself. Being a position coach, you don't get most say, you know, dealing with the parents and all that other extra stuff that come along with that. You know, you shoot that, go talk to the head coach, you know. But it has been a couple of times, you know, that you talk to them or whatever, about them getting more playing time and this and that. But I make sure, you know, when I'm having my individual meetings with my guys, that I'm clear and precise on what my expectations are on the field, during practice, what I'm looking for in the games, making sure they can go on huddle and tell me what they see. If they got any questions about anything, making sure I'm available. Even with the parents, you know, if you feel like your son needs some more playing time or whatever, like show me. We finna look at this practice film. We finna look at this game film, and you show me, and we hopefully we'll be able to see the same thing. Because at the end of the day, the film don't lie. You know, it's gonna show you. It's a true equalizer.
Mm-hmm. So you put it back on the student, like, hey, you show me where you're messing up and where you need to improve.
Exactly. They say you are what you are on film.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Don't lie.
Pretty much.
And you know, it's definitely a culture shock too, especially for some of the kids I coached on teams, because on the teams we may have coached in Little League, they might didn't lose, but once or twice, maybe 2-3 times they whole time playing, you know. But when you get to high school, you know, everybody big, everybody fast, you know, everybody trying to coach. So you know, it's definitely a culture shock for some of the ones who come from, you know, just winning programs at Little League to a high school that may not be just winning like that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's definitely, I can see how some high school coaches might, you know, a freshman coming in who got that fanfare, you know, from Little League or whatever, you got to grab him by the ears, you know, whatever it is to make him understand, you know, everybody on your level now or better, you know. So I know it's a culture shock for some of them kids coming in from Little League to ninth grade, especially if you getting to sniff at varsity. You know, a lot of them don't. Most of them don't. Most of them got to play JV, you know, at least for a year to get right, unless you just really that guy. You know what I'm saying? So if you know, if they got a good background, good parents, you know, it's always gonna be, nothing's gonna be perfect, you know. But as long as they come in and work hard, you know, and like you said, coach, you're gonna put the best product out there. So if they want to be out there, they're gonna want to work, you know, up to your standards. So
it ain't, trust me, to success. Like I tell people a lot of times, you know, when you see all the successful coaches, Andy Reid, Mahomes, I mean, whoever that's successful, like you look past the actual work that was put in to make them folks successful, man. Like it is no way around it. You got to grind. And like I tell my guys too, I said, what you do when nobody's watching, that's how far you gonna go. I said, when ain't nobody watching, you sitting there on the Xbox, you on social media, you know what I'm saying? You talking to your little girlfriend, like you ain't gonna go real far. But if you putting that work in, you getting your push-ups in, you watching film, you lifting some weights, you know, you doing your thing outside by yourself, you gonna go real far.
Now, Coach, obviously, I don't think you would be involved with it, but are you involved with the weightlifting at all for your guys?
Not as much. Well, I can't say yeah, because it's certain lifts that I like for my guys to be able to do. Definitely that bench and squat and deadlift. I definitely like them to do that. You know, a lot of times when you get with the strength and conditioning coaches, they do a lot of COD drills and stuff, but not much so with my guys. I like to move. Like at the end of the day, I want to stop the run first. That's my first priority, stop the run. But they with the way football is now, they want to get up and rush the passer and swim technique and spin and all that other good stuff, man. I like putting hands on people, man, getting them out the way.
See, I was a spin move guy myself. It might have sometimes that spin
I'm
move
not
was
surprised.
A little slow.
Hey, I'm not surprised.
He was a little slow sometimes, but we got there.
As handsome as you are, you're not gonna put your face in that.
Don't tell him that. Please don't tell him that.
Oh man, man, I'll never forget that we were playing Roswell. Now I played a year for Lassiter High School. We were playing Roswell, and if I can still go on Huddle and find it, I doubt it's there. But I spun around the center. Running back was coming through the B gap. I'm in A gap. I spin around, running back's coming this way. I reach over and pull the ball out. The ball lands in my hands. Now on the tape, you can see me pause, look at the ball, look left, look right, like what the hell is in my hand? And I took off, but I ran a 40 time. So I start running. The damn quarterback, he's a smaller guy, so I'm dragging him about 10 yards. Man, I felt like I was getting to that end zone. Hell no. When them O-linemen came up behind me, they jumped straight on my back. I got the quarterback on my leg, but I felt like a superstar. I said, that's going to get my scholarship there.
That sounds like one of my stories of fame. Over at Grady Stadium, back in the day, we was playing, I think it might have been Sequoia or either Cream. I get an interception, and I run 3 yards and get tackled. And they put, at that time, I think I was in the 10th grade, so they put a senior name in the paper, and I put my name in the paper. When I said my mama raised hell, I done put my goddamn baby name in the paper. He got that. I said, Mama, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to get another one. I never did.
Never got another one. Boy, let me tell you, I thought I was going to the end zone.
So anything else y'all want for coach? We're going to go into the Super Bowl. What you want from me? It was Coach Beverly saying it was cream. Look at Coach Beverly with the memory there. He said it was
I got some good memories. God, dog. Now, I actually have a question for Coach. You said you knew this man at 14.
You said what?
You said you've known Mr. Dirty D since he was 14.
Mm-hmm.
I just need some insight on a young dastardly D.
Man, he was a good guy, man. I told you that's was one of the reasons. Like, I mean, see, you don't know inner city, Kev. So it's hard finding good, dependable coaches to come in and deal with what we had to deal with on a daily basis with the kids. And then you don't know about Oakland City. Like, if you ever just ride by Oakland City. Yeah, just ride by Oakland City and you'll see. So for me, it was calculated that I chose D for him to come and help me coach. And I appreciate it to this day that he did decide to come on. Like, Coach, man, I don't know, so I said, man, you'll be fine, man. Come on. And I'm glad he did, because he brought another element to being out there on the field with us. He was kind of close to their age, man, where the kids related to him and they loved him, man. I just enjoyed his energy being out there. Like, it was a wonderful thing, man. And like I said early on, when we were at Adams Park and he was coming to do his community service, like, it wasn't I had to go find him. Like, whenever he was supposed to be there, he was there,
So you ain't got no embarrassing stories for him? Nothing?
I can tell you what I did. So we played our first game, and Coach was telling me what would happen is, Kev, we would be at practice. Me and Coach McGruder, I would get off work. So this is what I was doing. I was working for a beer company. I was delivering beer, getting off work in time to come coach these kids for free. Me and Coach McGruder have 5 or 6 kids out there. Game time will show up. We got a whole squad of 15, 20. So I was in charge of the offense, coach was running the defense, and I'm trying to implement stuff, and I couldn't do it. We get in a game, coach, I'll never forget it. The kid didn't tackle somebody, Kim, and saying that was his friend. He said, I didn't tackle him. He said, that's my friend. I said, that's your friend. That's my friend. He go to school with me. Let the kid run by. This is at this is at 10 and on. This ain't like Coach A them. This 10 and on. I come to practice A with my maize high helmet and a pass shoulder pad. I told Coach, I said, I'm gonna wait because they didn't know I was in practice. They didn't know I was in practice.
True story.
I had on shoulder pads, maize high helmet. I come up there, line up in a straight line. Now I told the whole team, if you tackle me, we should have no more problems. Hey, I was like that. But what happened? What happened? The next game, they was laying hat. And coach said, you crazy. You as crazy as hell. You gonna go out there? I said, if they tackle me,
that's right,
or not scared to hit me, we can stop all this mess.
That's right. I let him do it too.
He let me do that, and I was scared, but it taught them something. And to this day, I've ran into a couple of them. I wish we could have kept our hands on a lot of the kids because some of them are still over in Oklahoma City. They grown men now, and they appreciate what me and Coach McGruder did for them. Even Coach Beverly, he always used to get on me, and I must say, I was a knucklehead at certain things. I didn't know as of what I know now, how I am as a grown man, some of my shortcomings then, and how I touch people at a young age. I did not know they was looking at the fact that I was going to work. Some of these kids didn't have a father figure at home. Mind you, my daughter wasn't even born yet. Kev, I was 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming out here and I'm dressed, and these kids like, damn, who this guy is coming out here with all this stuff on, and he playing with us. I let him hit me. I let him do all type of stuff. Coach wouldn't do it to him. Coach didn't mess with him. He wasn't messing with me. He like, oh no, you ain't finna get my ass no trouble.
Right. I needed my job.
But they, of course, I'm 5'7". They probably 5 feet, some of them 5'4". So they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna tear his ass up. And I mean, it was some of them. Sometimes they got me. I took on 2 at a time. But I do know moving forward, we never had any more tackling issues. Period. After that. And Abe, I went home with some chambers on me too, boy. But hey, it was worth it. Because I must say, when me and Coach won the first game together as me coaching, my proudest moment was to see I had taught a kid something and he executed it on the field in my eyes, and I couldn't believe it. And I couldn't believe it. That's when I knew I arrived. I knew Coach entrusted in me as a young man to do it. I wish I would have stayed in it a little bit longer, but that's my guy right there. He's my guy. If I coach again outside of you, Coach A, he's the only one who can get me out to do the coaching again.
Look, you need to try that.
I definitely appreciate that.
Aaron, y'all
I get out there and hit one of them kids.
But I did, believe me, and it stopped a whole bunch of foolishness. It really did. We can't do it now. We got old. But when I was young, yeah, it was on the clock.
When we went out to Carrollton, D, I told the defensive coordinator, I said, yeah, I'm your new player. I just transferred in. He said, get some shoulder pass. He was ready to put me on.
I got a question for you, Coach. Now, this really gonna hit home. The facilities that you have experienced over the years of coaching, and how what we went through and what you experienced, and some of the stuff that you are able to walk into now and have at your disposal now compared to you when you was playing to when you started coaching. And now these kids have facilities that we didn't have.
Man, I was just sitting here just thinking about it myself, man. I literally started rec ball over there at Anderson Park. Went up the street to Morris Brown, man, and right there again, I stayed there at my high school, same field, playing high school ball. So damn near my whole football career, man, was played on ML King, to be honest. I remember being in high school, though, we really didn't have no weights, man. We had the whole universal machine, but testament to the type of head coach we had, man, Billy Hamilton, man, he understood that, you know, having a strong football team and guys that lift weights and that did what they supposed to do in the weight room was key. He got us hooked up at Clark, man. It was this guy named Earl. I can't remember his last name, but we just called him Coach Earl at Clark, Atlanta, man. He had a gym, and he would let us come in there for free, man, and lift weights, man. I mean, I tell to this day, man, when I first got to Morris Brown, man, I wasn't strong at all. But being a lineman myself, like, I wasn't going to let no running back or no quarterback, you know, outlift me. That definitely was not going to happen. So, you know, I had to do what I had to do, you know, to get my weight up, to be able to be successful in the weight room. But it's no reason for a student athlete now to not be successful on the field. It's basically the will and want to when it comes down to the athletes today. I feel like they keep saying, you know, like a microwave generation where they want everything instant. You know, it's a process. You know, it's work that you got to put in order to be successful, you know, on the field. It's not just going to happen, you know, overnight. Like I tell all my guys, I tell them something real simple. I say, get you a jump rope. Do you buy a jump rope for about 2 minutes every night, you know, before you go to bed, or every other night, you know, you forget, it's all good. And I guarantee you, I can tell the difference by the end of the week or 2 weeks actually doing with that jump rope, as well as doing push-up. I tell them the same thing. I said, go in there and do you about 15 push-ups, 20 if you can. I said, you ain't got to do it every day. Whenever you remember, just go ahead and do it. And I would definitely see a difference, you know, in the weight room with what you're doing and how you're able to do, you know, what you're doing, you know.
All it takes is letting them kids see what that first pump looks like, and they ready to go.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, fellas, y'all got any more questions for Coach? Coach, you gonna hang out with us while we talk about the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out with y'all for a minute, man.
Sounds good.
And I'm gonna get on out of here. I appreciate
cool,
y'all.
fellas.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You got any more questions before we close out? Good. All right. Let's go back to this box. Put you there. I'm just rearranging some things. Woo! All right. Well, it is that time of the year. It is sad. It is exciting. It is a bundle of emotions. Super Bowl week. We have made it. I feel like we just started talking about football 3 weeks ago, but in reality, it's been about 6 months. But hey, I look at it like, you know, I try to be a glass half full kind of guy. We only got 6 more months until we're talking about football again. But Super Bowl week is here, and we have the Kansas City Chiefs against the San Francisco 49ers kicking off in Las Vegas. Abe, give me your predictions, man. Your mic is muted.
Oh, sorry about that. Hey man, y'all know who I picked to go to the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, he was derailed by the future Super Bowl champion of this year, the repeat.
He can't pass the ball.
Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I definitely see San Fran putting up a good fight and have some great athletes over there, all sides of the ball, both sides of the ball, at all levels of offense and defense. But I just feel like at the end of the day, man, if 15 had a ball at the end, it's just a I don't want to say God-given conclusion, but damn near, bro. Because he has he went to Buffalo and won underdog. Went to Baltimore, who's number 1 seed, and won underdog. And even with him cussing the refs out the Buffalo game during the regular season, them losing to Vegas on Christmas. They overcame all them hurdles and they back. So at this point, man, I definitely can't just see him not winning. You feel what I'm saying? He's won with all the cards stacked against him. Andy Reid is probably, well, I don't want to say he the best, but he probably one of the top 3 best coaches ever. So that along with the Swifties, KC defense, I feel like KC gonna repeat, bro.
Oh, hey, give us a score.
24-13.
Damn. That's low.
That's right. I say more than that. I said they might put a 40 piece on them.
Whoa.
And just to piggyback on what Coach saying, also too, I don't talk so much about Pat Mahomes, but every game that San Fran has played in these playoffs, whether it's Green Bay or who they just played, Detroit, he was able to run the ball. And I feel like Pacheco, who's quiet as kept, one of their best players on their team just overall, is he gonna get off because with all the San Fran defense on paper, I've seen other offenses be able to run the ball. So if you give Pat Mahomes a run game,
it's over.
It's over.
D, what you got?
I'm going with the young Kansas City Chiefs myself. Because just like Coach A just said, we watched San Francisco play 2 playoff games where they have had to do all their efforts to come back and win the game. Now, the other teams, I will say I agree that Detroit lost that game more than San Francisco won it last week. And I'm gonna say this: the coaching is going to play a very key situation in this game. Sometimes Shanahan gets a little full of himself. This is a rematch of a Super Bowl called about 4 years ago when Pat Mahomes got his first one. So I know San Francisco is going to be hungry. But I'm looking at a 35-14. It might be a 35-17 type game. I think Mahomes will have this is going to be very interesting to his legacy. Do you understand that this young man, on his resume, has Super Bowls? Ones he didn't go to, they would have been favored to win. So he arguably could have had 6 Super Bowls going into this one here already, and he's breaking records. You know what I'm saying? They keep counting them out. They counted them out last year when he didn't have Tyreek Hill. We've counted them out all this year. I've been on record saying they ain't scored over 28 points in a game yet, and they still find ways to win. Arguably, it's the best defense collectively that Kansas City had. Shouting out the Spags. He is doing an excellent job on the defensive side of the ball. He's been scheming things to stop other teams' best players. And if Debo and McCaffrey can't get off, it's going to be a problem for San Francisco. So if they get a slow start, this might get over real quickly. Because one thing I do know, Kansas City goes for the juggler in the red zone. They ain't trying to kick field goal. But Coach, what you got for me?
Hey man, y'all say the best, man. Like I said, I really feel like KC gonna put a 40 piece on them folk, man. It ain't gonna be close. It ain't gonna be nothing like how we want the game to be. It's a testament to Andy Reid, man. He the best to ever do it, man. Offensively, like man, some of the things that he set up, man, offensively, man, it just really just blow your mind. How he's able to accomplish some of the things that he's able to accomplish. I mean, all the way back to when he was in Philly. Man, he's just been an all-around good offensive coach, man, to be able to come in and put it together, full circle with having a legitimate, defense that KC has, and hey, man, they're going to do it again.
Now, fellas, I'm gonna read y'all something. This is Pat Mahomes and Tom Brady. These are comparison stats for their first 6 years. 72-22, 14-3. Oh, I'm sorry. 72-22 on a regular season record, 14-3 playoff record, 4 AFC titles, 2 Super Bowl rings. Damn. 258 touchdowns to 69 interceptions with a 103.7 QB rating. Those are the numbers for Pat Mahomes. Tom Brady, 70 for 24 in the regular season, 12-2 in the playoffs, 3 AFC titles, 3 Super Bowl rings, 167 touchdowns to 87 interceptions with an 88.4 QBR. Now, I don't think Mahomes has earned Brady's status yet, but with a third Super Bowl coming in, because, D, I see the face, but you got to remember Brady's entire career. These are just the first 6 years we're talking about here.
And he did it after 40. He won after 40.
You
If
say
Super Bowl, he could easily be in the conversation with one of the best quarterbacks.
that's why I was saying, if you go back, I did this the other day. I was looking at they've been playing the past Super Bowls on the NFL Network, and I looked at when Brady them won that year, when Brady them won the first time he won, and you go to the next time he won another one. It was a lot of things going on because there was other teams that won Super Bowls when Brady got his first Super Bowl. The thing that sets Pat Mahomes apart from Brady, he has been in the AFC Championship game down there ever since he's taken over as a star.
No, it has every year since he has been the starter. He's been there. That's the worst they've ever done.
That's the part I was saying, that think about it. And it's water under the bridge now. He lost to those teams that Brady won. He lost to Brady. He lost to Burrow and whoever else was going to the Super Bowl.
That's it.
Think about it.
Just Burrow and Brady.
He lost to them too. That's why I said they would have been favored in those Super Bowls. Because they would have blown the doors off the Rams both times. Because that's who they played, the Rams.
Yep.
Bro, Tom played them down here in the dome, and them played them. Burrow. Kansas City would have blown the doors off them. So you could argue and say this man got 5 rings, be playing for his 6 right now. He don't. But I'm saying it could be. That's what I'm saying.
Well, my only thing is I go for that, and if you say baby go, I go for that. But all I know is Brady did it after Belichick. Can Mahomes do it after Andy? Brady did it after Randy Moss. Well, whoever he had, he went to a whole nother situation.
Yeah.
Did. Shouts out to Bruce Arians and Leftwich, I believe, who was the OC. But and he was over 40. You feel what I'm saying? So just to have all of that. Now Mahomes is definitely making his case for 1A, second. And I'm down there ready to put him there, especially if he win this game. But Tom did it after Bill, after Gronk, after whoever else. Now, granted, he did go to Tampa with a talented team with Mike Evans and even Gronk and Donna. Yeah, my apologies. But I just feel like Tom's total body of work is still just putting him over Mahomes for me. But like I said, Mahomes may get 2 out of the next 3. But I still just feel like what Tom did, the way he did it, unless Mahomes does pass him for a number of rings, I'm gonna keep Tom at the GOAT.
Well, I say all that to say I'm gonna take KC, obviously. But I don't think y'all are giving San Fran enough points, man. I'm seeing it more of probably a 35-31 game. Now the line on it is 1.5 to San Fran, and the over/under is 47.5.
Well,
But I think that we'll see another thing like last week and like the week before. San Fran will get down, but San Fran will figure out a way to scrape together a couple points. I know I respect the hell out of the Kansas City defense, but I think they'll find a way to grab a couple of points, but I don't think it'll be enough.
Is it the best defense? Is it just the best defense San Fran I've seen? Feel like going
Coach?
in this postseason?
Coach.
What you say now?
Is Kansas City the best defense that San Francisco will see in this postseason?
I mean, remember Baltimore put that whoop stick on them.
They did. I ain't gonna say they the best, but they the best to play as a complete unit, where they play good from the front to the back.
Good deal.
I was gonna say
this. Yeah,
exactly.
I was gonna say if they pull this stunt where they've been getting behind by 17 points, Kansas City defense is not gonna let up. They can pass rush. Chris Jones will wreak havoc. That's the thing, and you don't know where the rest of that stuff is coming from. That's what I'm saying.
Brock Purdy ain't looked good all throughout the playoffs.
That's the point. And if you get
look good in pass game,
I will say this. I don't care who you play against, Kev. If you get one team that you know they got to throw that ball around to get back in the game, the defense is gonna pin their heels back and they coming. You know what I'm saying? But Kansas City can be had on the back end though. They can.
And so can San Fran.
And I feel San Fran has more offensive weapons because that's one thing we've been talking about all season is the reason that KC is where they are is because their defense has had to step up where their offensive has lacked. So that's something that you can't forget. I mean, any given moment, Brandon Ayuk can get going. Debo can get going. If CMC gets going, then then George Kittle will come out of nowhere. They got the offensive weapons, but I'm hoping that the KC defense can stand up.
I gotta bring up a name for you, Kev, because you were reading off some stats, and I can't stand this joke because he got on my nerves as a child. Joe Montana, sir, you need to read that list of Joe Montana versus Mahomes and Brady.
Joe 4-0 in the Super Bowl.
Joe 4-0, sir. And when I tell you talking about Tom Brady, Joe Montana, everybody had him. Everybody wanted to kill that joker back in the day. Joe hurt you. Joe cool with the man.
Oh, Joe's a bad dude.
I'm gonna take Pat over Joe. Joe had Jerry.
Joe had a bunch of folks on that team.
Yeah, he did. Roger Craig.
John Taylor. Brent Jones. Yes, he did. So that's why I said it's kind of Brady had little or nothing, to be honest with you, outside of random off.
And
so I would say, and Gronk, I would say that. It was something else I wanted to ask. Oh, well, I want to get to your Falcon, y'all two resident Falcon fans.
Oh yeah.
Look, you say Tom Rathman.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I knew it gonna be some fucking.
Thank you, Coach.
And that's gonna be my time to leave. Cause I ain't gonna lie, my feelings being this right here. I ain't gonna stand for it.
Coach,
we can't do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Coach, let him have it. He's a Cowboy fan, so just let him have it. We gotta have this because it's home team and this is history. The first African American head coach of the Atlanta Falcons franchise. The guy has been making moves, putting a staff together. I would like y'all opinion on the.
I love it.
On the hire, coach. What you got, coach?
I love it. Man.
Go ahead,
I love
coach.
it. And it just speaks to a testament, like I was saying earlier, man. We had this underlined and say that. Is it teaching skills and fundamentals or getting the guys motivated to be able to go out there and play for you, man? At any given time, man, if you got a coach, a player's coach, like, man, he automatically going to be successful. You already know he's gonna be successful, and that's what I'm looking to see from Coach Raheem. Man, he gonna come in, man. The guys gonna love him. The locker room gonna be wonderful. The only thing, we gotta get a quarterback coach for the quarterback. He needs
got one.
coach.
You got one.
He just needs somebody one-on-one with him, not the OC being the quarterback coach, not the receiver being the receiver and the quarterback coach. He needs a quarterback coach.
Need a whisper.
TJ Yates.
Yeah. He getting that, y'all. We second a different story in Atlanta, I swear to God.
Okay, so TJ Yates is our quarterback coach. He was the quarterback coach with Massage Watson. Yeah, he was the last time he was the quarterback coach for Massage Watson.
Just touch
in Texas. Watson. He was the quarterback coach down there. So you do have a quarterback coach. Well, actually, to be honest with you, Coach, Zach, the offensive coordinator, he was a quarterback for Oklahoma State. And now you got a TJ Yates who I believe he played for North Carolina. Am I right? He played for North Carolina.
He's from Georgia, though. He played high school football in Georgia.
Yeah, so you got two quarterbacks that's in your offensive room that help with this situation. So even if you go get a rookie or somebody else, there you go. So you got you one, Coach. You got you one now.
Yeah, we do. Hey, man, I'm finna get out of here, man. I appreciate you, D. Appreciate you, Abe and Kev, man, for having me on, man. I really enjoyed it, man. I hope I get a chance to come back, man, and we do this thing again, man.
Absolutely. Coach, we enjoyed having you.
I wish y'all much success, man, and y'all keep doing what you do, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Coach. Everybody, that was Coach McGruder. All right. So yes, Abe. Who y'all gonna get a quarterback, man?
Who you want?
I just told you. You see it in the comments, right? We're gonna stay safe this year. We getting Dak next year in free agent. Nah, I really don't know, man. Per the draft capital and the picks and players and stuff, I don't really want to give it up to move up. But trading for Fields wouldn't be bad if they don't want a first. But you never can tell because I'm cool with signing Kurt or Russell and drafting Jordan Travis maybe in the second round. He had the Dak injury, but I just feel like he'll be formidable to us without spending a whole lot of draft capital trying to get Jay Daniels, whoever else. You feel what I'm saying?
What's up with you on this Jordan Travis thing? What's up with you on this Jordan Travis? This man got some stuff.
If he didn't have the Dak injury, he would have been a Heisman finalist. He was throwing to Johnny and Keon. I just feel like it's a sleeper pick. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. Everybody for Jaden, everybody for. But just going back to it, before he got injured, Jordan Travis was one of the best quarterbacks in the country. But if we do move up, I can't be mad because I do feel like we'll be getting our quarterback of the future. But I just don't feel like I want to give up all of the
I mean, he got a point though because man, come on. You get one good win out of the season. Everybody else in the ACC is garbage.
Y'all didn't beat LSU, bro.
We didn't play LSU, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't you do that when you came on this show and you started talking about Spencer Rattler winning a damn Reese's Cup.
Hang on. I didn't bring that up. My man Abe over here brought that up.
No, you said the
crew, goddammit.
But people say Georgia didn't have no schedule last year.
You sent the picture in the chat of Spencer Rattler. Don't you do that?
I mean, but just look at it.
They're gonna be mad whenever Spencer Rattler's the quarterback in the Falcons.
But we never know how things can develop, though. Jordan Love went to Utah State. I know his schedule is trash. You feel what I'm saying? So you never know until they get in there. You can never tell. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, I read something today that the Bears do not want to trade Justin Fields to anybody in the NFC. So, like Atlanta State, Pittsburgh, you know what I'm saying? They want to trade him away to the AFC. But I
That's fair
seen
enough.
a bunch of stuff that the Falcons would have to give up a one this year, one next year, possibly a one in the third year. That's too much. It is not that necessary. And I don't see it. I really think they could trade the eighth pick, maybe a player or the eighth and one of those second round picks and to move up. And did you see what Jacksonville is doing? Jacksonville will not sign Ridley to make that pick number 2 for the Falcons. That is some trifling mess right there. That is very trifling. And to be honest with you, hey, if I were the Falcons, I would go get him back.
Yeah.
You will
That
have
would
the
be
third.
great.
You will have the third. You will have a third round pick for free, and he'll be back on your roster. That's what the
That
New
would be
England
great.
Patriots always do.
I like
Right or
that.
wrong. There you
I
will
like that.
solve a situation that you have in the wide receiver spot.
Yes,
Right
you
or
will.
wrong. Provided
That more than anything.
yes, you can solve a problem on the other side from Drake London, and you can go out here and get a quarterback, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
it might help out number 8. He probably can start running some routes and learning how to get his feet together, and then you got something going.
Yeah. I don't know how
Okay.
expensive that'll be to sign really, but we don't have the problem of paying a quarterback right now.
I think y'all
So
need Kirk Chains, man. I really could see Kirk Cousins coming over and being
I mean, they was
the
talking
decent
about
guy that y'all need.
2 years, 90 though. Who doing that?
Russell
No, we
Wilson,
need
Russell Wilson coming. The dome gonna be off the chain with Future and Sierra being here. We can make some
Bruh.
chicken sandwiches.
That man's gonna
You
get shot if he comes to Atlanta. I hate to say it.
don't say that, man.
I hate to
it's
say
it's
it.
gonna be it's gonna be still just that I just don't feel like we're gonna get the best out of Russ if we get him because it's still gonna
Hmm.
be that. Oh, this my lady, baby
My
daddy.
girl, baby daddy here. He probably up there in the suite with his kids right now.
I
Trying
tell
to,
you what, that dome will be sold out.
yeah, you're right. Just because folks would
Yeah,
think they would see
I
Future
would rather
somewhere.
go young though. Just give me a youngster. It ain't got to be Jordan Travis. It can be Penix. It can be if you move up to get whoever else. But like I said,
I,
that's gonna cost you in the future. And I don't like the old 2025 first round pick, 2026. I don't like that. It's just because you need those picks to get younger and have more money on your books. You feel what I'm saying?
I, I will say they say he got $25 million to play with for no. I will say this, in my opinion, out of the teams that needed coaches this year that we seen the carousel, I'm happy the Falcons do have a form of a young nucleus of skilled players
Mhm.
already in place. They're only missing the quarterback. In past years, it was Falcons got to get a quarterback. Now you're building 2 or 3 years out. They have done it a little backwards. They got skill players in place, not a quarterback. So,
And another
it'll
thing
be
on the
nice.
Russ thing, as far as Russ, I think if Denver lets him go or cuts him, they still have to pay so much of his salary. I think if he's on the roster by this certain date, he gonna get paid still from
Mhm.
them whether he's cut or not.
Sean Payton
So
just don't want him.
so if that's the case, you can come here for some discount because you already get money from them. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I don't know, the whole story of it, but I know if they release him that he'll be still getting paid for.
Now, and I spoke my piece on this last week. I get it. He's got those ties to California, but I just don't think the Chargers just doesn't have an appeal. I mean, you got 2 other teams in California, and the Chargers ain't even the second best one. I'm not a believer in Justin Herbert. I never have been. Never have been. It was Justin Herbert reminds me of what everybody did with Will Levis in the draft, where they're sitting here predicting him to go so high. He's going to be a first round. He's going to be this and that. And then, like, he didn't do anything in college. I don't think that Will Levis didn't do anything in college at Kentucky.
Oh no, Will Levis didn't. Justin Herbert did. I thought y'all was going to say, what are you talking about?
I'm you comparison because he's been in the league for how many years now? 5?
Yeah.
He ain't done a damn thing.
But okay. But this what you got to think about it. Would you trade him for your quarterback?
Justin Herbert?
Yes.
Fuck no.
Oh, really?
Dak Prescott will run circles around Herbert.
You want to
I
play?
can pull up the stats if you'd like.
I mean,
you can't do that. He been there 10 years.
You can't do that.
I can pull this season's stats. I can pull last season's.
You can't do that because you can't. There you go with that stat stuff. I just asked you
You
a
getting
question.
emotional, D.
I just asked you a question.
I can pull up the
The
stats.
man has won a playoff game. The man is down a team where he had injuries on his He done had 3 head coaches in 5 years.
Because don't nobody want to play there and don't nobody want to coach there.
No, they had a coach in place and they fired him.
He wasn't that though. I ain't gonna lie.
They had a coach in place and they fired him, but they spent most of their money on the defense. You brought in Mack, you got the other Bosa, you got Derrick James on the But I agree with that. He's Phillip Rivers 2.0. He fits the model of what they do out there. You know what I'm saying? That franchise ain't had but really 3 good quarterbacks. Dan Fouts back in the day, Phillip Rivers, and now you got Justin Herbert. Harbaugh went to a situation where he felt he was going to be comfortable. And just like we said, this city is what? Harbaugh wasn't going to really, I wanted him to be a coach, but he know what he was going to have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So you go places where you can control the narrative to some aspects. You know what I'm saying? Just to be honest with you. He's a West Coast guy. He played for the Chargers organization. He know they ended whatever. I'm going to say this, though, Kev. Don't wait about 3, 4, 5 years from now. Michigan might get that title took from him. I'm just how.
I feel like it was a desperate hire by the Chargers. They had to get somebody though. Now them hiring him made him the 2nd highest paid coach in the league behind Sean Payton. He made more than his brother. He made more than Kyle Shanahan, more than McVay, more than guys who won the Super Bowl. You feel what I'm saying? So we just got to see how it play out, man. But he is a known winner wherever he was at. He didn't actually win the Super Bowl in San Fran because of Big Bro. Is that his older brother? Or no.
Harbaugh the oldest. I mean, that one the oldest, and then that's the young one. Ball's one of the youngest.
Yeah. Okay. So little bro took it from him, but like I said, man, he made more than Tomlin. He made more than every coach with Sean Payton. So they just gotta make it make sense. I know he gonna want his hands in all the the bags as far as who they get, maybe who they pay, but like I said, you never know till it play out. So he may get a bowl or 2 up there, he may not, but I think he'll be safe, and I think he's probably one of the best coaches they've had, and he ain't even coached it down yet in their franchise. So
and Kev, to be honest with you, since you with your Justin Herbert,
you taking Harbaugh with McCarthy, Kev?
Oh, don't you fucking don't let me in there.
Good question, eh? Good question. And what you do know, what we can say, him being a former quarterback, Justin Herbert, he's not shy of snatching his ass out the game. So don't get it twisted. You get somebody in there. If he's not performing up the part, he will snatch your ass out the game.
McCarthy has a Super Bowl. I'm just gonna add that.
McCarthy got a.
I said, are you taking? No. You gonna answer my question, or you gonna come with your own comment. Are you taking Harbaugh over McCarthy?
I would take Harbaugh over McCarthy.
Okay, all right, cool.
I would
There
take
we go.
Harbaugh over McCarthy, but to go to a team again, look, the as much as we can hate on each other, the one thing that we can all agree on here is that our three franchises are much more desirable and attractive than the Chargers.
Okay.
Again, they share a stadium. They're not even the best team that plays in their own stadium.
I can agree. I can agree with you on that. I can agree. That's why I said what I said throughout the coaching carousel of these teams. That's why I stated the Falcons on paper look more desirable far as the skill position players that they already have on the roster. And as a coach, you got to look at the cap too. Because I'm not coming and I can't make no moves. San Diego is not.
I think they got a little room. They got to do some decision making with Khalil Mack and Bosa not going nowhere. Derwin James not going nowhere.
No.
Probably the receiver Mike Williams. I think they're gonna get rid of him. But Keenan Allen, I don't see him getting rid of him. I see him as a Charger for life.
Yeah.
And just building around what they got. This is Eckler's contract year, I think. Oh, it might have been.
They got him on a franchise tag last year, I thought, didn't they?
Yeah. So they'll probably use the tag for the running back. Paying a running back long term is just not in the best interest of teams this year. With the exception of maybe Nick Chubb and one or two others. But Derrick Henry ain't played but 8-9 seasons and he gone, and they ain't even looking like they want to resign, bring him back anything. So,
well, Neil, I tell you this. Some of those players on their team, they're gonna find out very quickly if you're gonna play for him or not, because he will get your ass off the damn team.
Mm-hmm.
So like you said, Bosa, but Matt, this is his last contract, so he's out. Like you said, Daryl James. Is there Ingram over there too?
I think he left.
He left already. I know J.C. Jackson, he was at Kona. I think they got him out of there. They got Asante Samuel Jr. He playing Kona on the other side. So he has pieces. It's just that they're going to buy into what he's going to bring, because he's going to bring intensity, and they will be more physical, Kev, than they ever be.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be better than what they were.
Well, last bit of coaching right here. Everybody saw that Dan Quinn took the job for the head coach of the Washington Football Club. Again, I still don't recognize them as an actual football team. They're a club. What do y'all think about that? You think the ex-Falcon coach is going to have any success over there?
One of the worst jobs to take. And to be honest with you, the Cobra Commanders, I don't know what they're doing up there. Then you fire. I thought Eric Bieniemy was the head coach in waiting after Ron Rivera. As a reported today, Dan Quinn has already said he's releasing him of his duties. That's another franchise that will start off with a brand new head coach. I think the GM or whatever, and they have the third pick in the draft, so we will see them moving to a quarterback. Second pick. They will. We know. I don't care. I'm betting the house. They taking a quarterback. We just don't know which one they gonna take. And Dan Quinn will see, can he rejuvenate. I don't trust him as the coach. I thought he was gonna get the Seattle job, but you see, he to me should have got the Seattle job, but they showed you what Seattle thought of him.
Yeah.
They took the Baltimore defensive coordinator, and this man won a Super Bowl under y'all tenure. So that lets me know something there. He just took a job to be taking it. Dallas defense faltered at the end of the year, so I don't know these retread type coaching situations. I really don't see, because he has nothing to really work with over there too much.
I did see that they hired Cliff Kingsbury as their OC. So I think they definitely going to be taking a quarterback. Whether they move up to get Caleb or not, we'll see. But I don't know, man. You like I said, you can tell. And when Quinn was here, he had some hell of a coordinators. That's what made us successful. You see what I'm saying? So if he got some good people with him on the offensive and defensive side of the ball, you know, you never know what he'll do. He in y'all division, so I'm gonna let y'all worry about him. And because he know y'all very well. That I guess that's the only advantage that he know y'all very well offensively. But I think just going into it, they'll still be third or fourth in the division though. Y'all will still be battling it out. The Giants probably gonna franchise Saquon and do whatever else they gonna. The Giants are gonna giant. And
Giants are gonna giant.
Giants gonna giant.
I'm just still very curious to see how Kellen Moore does. I'm very, very curious on that one.
Don't do that.
Now I look at it like this: we got our ex-defensive coordinator and our ex-OC coaching for the competition now. Two teams that we have to play twice a year.
Right.
So it's gonna. I think it'll shake up the NFC a little bit. We still don't have to worry about the Giants, even though they started picking up some steam at the end of the season. I need help with my top pick.
That's my cousin right there. Shamika, I need help with my top pick. What top pick? What you need? We can help you. Come on with it. What top pick? It's Kansas City or San Francisco. Oh, you need help with your top pick. What top pick? What you want? What you want, Shamika? What you want? Ed said he think Kate Williams is not ready.
I've been saying it.
The only question I got with him is when he ran up to the stands and started crying to the family. I didn't like that look for him. Oh,
you going on prize picks.
Okay. Well, you got to send me a thing so we can look at it and we can tell you. Okay, I got you.
I don't want to say he not. I don't want to say he not ready. I just want to. I just want to see who is his. Like we were saying with Coach on, who is his QB whisperer? Like who gonna be in his ear, making sure is Washington gonna move up to get him by them getting Kingsbury, who was the quarterbacks coach at USC last year. You see what I'm saying? So I think it just depends on who's there to help him develop. You feel what I'm saying? Just like get Cincinnati, for instance. The Zach Taylor and whoever coaching the offense know how to develop QBs. Burrow got hurt. Browning came in. He won Burrow, but he was very serviceable.
He was enough. Yeah. He was enough.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think it depends on who's there on the staff, who's developing, and that usually, and that's why Caleb's camp, and I don't know if it's rumored or not, if it's true or not, but they leery about going to Chicago because they feel like for the past decade they've been sorry. You feel what I'm saying? So why do I, a good quarterback, want to go into a sorry culture? We saw Eli do it. He was right. You feel what I'm saying? You never know if Chicago had the right people in there, OC, head coach, quarterback coach, whatever, he could be successful. But if he is leery about going to Chicago, that's why. You see what I'm saying?
And then, like you say, coach, and then like you say, weather. You know what I'm saying? They have an outdoor stadium. Might don't want to play in that weather environment. Some of these guys have different things going on. Go ahead, A.
And he from DC. He played his high school ball in DC, Caleb Williams.
See, sometimes these franchise set up coaching this way also. They try to do what they think they need to do. Now, does Washington have enough? And then you got to think, Washington compiled picks when they got rid of Chase Young and Sweat and some of the other players to jockey position to move around in the draft too. So
The Bears got Sweat, right? Who got Sweat?
mm-hmm. Bears got Sweat.
Yeah.
Hey, man, go ahead and kick us off with your last take. We're going to get on out of here.
Oh, man, Super Bowl week, man. I'm looking forward to a great game. Like I said, last game of the year. I want to watch every down, every timeout, every Super Bowl commercial, everything leading up to, why this game is on. I'm expecting a good one, but I do think KC going to come out on top. I hope everybody, if you're going to a party or you're doing something at the house, hope you enjoy yourself. If you out, hope you enjoy, drive safe out there, and we'll see y'all next week.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Again, man, appreciate shout out to Coach McGruder for coming on the show, giving his worth of knowledge. Hey, Ant, you going to school? I would love to have you come on the show and talk about the process of what you're doing to get into coaching. Again, we got a plethora of knowledge to help you out on whatever you're trying to do and in your endeavors. That's what we're here for. Appreciate you tuning in and everybody else, man. And we're going to keep this thing going. Football season over. We will be diving into, I really started talking about basketball at the All-Star break. We got a bunch of Nets going on in the NBA that we will get into. And appreciate everybody, man. Again, thank you. We doing this for the love of y'all and the appreciation. And anybody you want to come on here, you got anything we need to promote, hollers at us, send us an email, send me something, send care, hey, whatever, and we here for you.
Okay.
Big text.
I just want to say, as we come down to the last football game of the season, it could be.
Excuse me. I cannot. Before you start your thing.
Big text.
Hey, you see that hat he got on? That's a South Carolina hat, look. And then with that little moon.
Oh my God.
That's South Carolina. Everybody don't know this. See, I know what he does.
This is South Carolina hat?
State flag.
That's the state flag.
Oh.
That's that moon when they was up there making moonshine. But go ahead.
Actually, D, now that you say that real quick, I'm going to use this as my last take, I guess. No, I still got one. But have you ever seen the show Moonshiners? So the guy, he's got the mutton chops. He always wears overalls. Yes. He's like a third cousin of mine.
Really?
Mm-hmm. My whole family was from Campobella, where he makes his shine out of, and like everybody up there is related.
One of his fingers are cut or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He blew it up. He blew it off.
Yeah.
Anyways, here's my last take. If you're a husband that loves football, or if you're a wife that loves football, this message is to your spouse. Sunday night, leave them alone. Let them sit there and drink their beer or their little mixed drink. Let them have the volume up. Let them have some nice wings on a plate. And just enjoy the game as we come out of this season. Just let them enjoy it and take it in and soak it up. Because as I've said a couple of times tonight, we will not have football for another 6 months. And, we got the draft in April, but it ain't the same as sitting there watching helmet to helmet and somebody getting the wood laid. So just sit back, let them relax, let them watch the game, and please don't tell them to turn it down. And just remember, don't nobody give a shit about Taylor Swift if you were a football fan.
Swifties.
Oh, man. All right, fellas.
$330 million she's made the Kansas City Chiefs.
Dude, here's what keeps pissing me off about it, though. Jessica Simpson already did this.
She ain't Taylor, though.
No.
But we talking about Dukes of Hazzard prime.
We
Jessica
No.
Sexton.
talking about Taylor
No.
in the social media era, all this.
No.
Look, the eras are different. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. And the Kardashian was dating Reggie Bush. She didn't do this.
You're right.
Okay.
All right. Y'all enjoy the Kansas City Swifties are going up against the 49ers. Should be a good game, man. Should be a good game. I'm hoping we get the results we want. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We will be back next Monday. Of course, we're going to discuss what we saw in this Super Bowl, and we've got a lot more for you. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Stay safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Keep your beer cold and your wings lemon pepper, baby. We out.